With that being said, as we all know, our community has been affected probably in the last 3 weeks. That quite frankly, I will speak for everyone up here that we're not proud of what's happening in our community. We have a person or people in our community that quite frankly don't even deserve this attention. But I believe that the public needs to be informed as much as possible, and I'm speaking to the person that is lighting fires on multifamily homes. So with that being said, I asked the police chief and fire chief to come and let the public know what they're doing and just give out some information and reach out to the public. So I will pass that over to the fire and police chief, and thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you for having us. Again, I'm sure everybody's truly concerned, especially those residents in that neighborhood. I can assure you that we're all concerned at the fire department. It's certainly putting all of our resources to the test. So far, we're doing very well, but I don't want to keep taxing that, resources heavily as we have been. Again, the message that we keep reminding everybody is, do your best to maintain your own property. Watch your neighbor's property. We really believe that the neighborhood themselves are going to be able to help us immensely figure out who, or if there's more than one, who's doing this. We have a number of ways that you can get in contact with us for any information. We've gotten a ton of information now, and we're following up every single thing that we can. The police department's doing an outstanding job following up anything that we get, but no piece of information is too small. There is an arson hotline number that you can call. I believe it's running at the bottom of the screen. If it's not, I'll give it to you. It's 1-800-682-9229. And there's a $5,000 reward for anybody that gives us any information that may help detect or prevent an arson fire. So $5,000 is a lot of money. We're hopeful that maybe we can get some more information and some good information that we can follow up on. Our fire prevention inspector and my arson investigators have been out in the neighborhood consistently trying to figure out what has been going on and how we can best help the police department with the investigation as far as to who's doing this. So if anyone wants to get in contact with us, they certainly know our number at the fire station. It's 508-764-5430. The number at the police station is 508-764-5420. If you don't feel comfortable talking to the arson hotline or the fire department or the police department, reach out to someone. Any information is not, going to be overlooked. We want to follow up on every single thing that we can. This is truly a serious event that is going on in that neighborhood, and we're trying to do our level best to, figure out who's doing this and put a stop to it. So I'll pass the investigation on to the police chief, and he can give you any more information on that.
Good evening. We want to assure everybody that every resource we have, we've reached out to multiple other agencies, and they've immediately come down, are working with us in many ways. We are going to be as visible as possible. You will see a lot of us, but I want to assure folks also that there are, every day, a lot of things going on that you may not see. We have asked and received a tremendous amount of assistance with this, and we continue to. As recently as 11 o'clock today, we met with those agencies. We're reviewing what we have. We do have a lot of information, but at this point, as the fire chief said, we honestly believe that the best information here is from the folks in the neighborhood and the folks in the community. So please, anything you see, if you feel as something is not right, give us a call, Facebook, whatever you're comfortable with. Reach out to us. It is absolutely confidential, and we are going to look into every little piece that we get. So we are counting on your help. You are a key component of this, and we want to assure everybody we will continue to work as hard as possible on every piece that we get. If there's any questions, the fire chief and I will try to answer.
Anyone have any questions? I personally, again, I was able to go to the last fire, and first I want to thank the police department and the fire department, and I can say I witnessed that you do have every available resource out there, and I appreciate that all you're trying to do. And you know, I have spoken to some people that live in the neighborhood, and they say the same thing, that you are visible. It helps, and you know, it's a sad thing, and I just hope with this message out there that this is their neighborhood, this is our town, and the more eyes and awareness out there will help you hopefully get to where we want to do and get this person and put them behind bars so people in that neighborhood can sleep. So I do want to thank you guys for everything, and if, you know, as the chief said, if you're uncomfortable with talking to them, hey, you can call me. I'm sure you can call any one of us up here. It will be kept confidential. So with that being said, I want to thank you again, and I know there's a couple hands up. I'll go with Councilor Nicola first.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Chiefs, do you have any suggestion for the people in that neighborhood as to what they can do at this level to help assure some sense of some kind of comfort? I know that some of the people in that neighborhood are keeping lights on at night. Is there something that they should be doing or not doing?
Well, this is very similar to when we get a call, say a bomb scare at a school. Now, the folks who work in that school know that building better than anybody. Now, we are certainly going to be there. We're going to be out all the time. But the folks in that neighborhood, they're the ones who really know what fits and what doesn't. It may be something, it may be just a person on a bicycle going by, you know, a strange barking at night when you know the dogs in your neighborhood. And I don't want to minimize this, that if you feel it's out of place, give us a call. You know, we all tend to do it. Everybody does that. It was just a small thing. Geez, you know, I didn't think much of it. And that's understandable. But I think the best thing we can do is just be vigilant. It really is, to help protect ourselves.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me just add that, you know, if you can keep your property neat and orderly, if you've got a lot of clutter, get rid of it. Clean it up. Keep everything nice, tight, orderly. Also, ensure that you have good working smoke detectors in your home. Because again, I mean, you know, at some point you're going to fall asleep. And the only way you're going to wake up is if that smoke detector activates and wakes you up. So make sure you have a good working smoke detector. If you don't have one, call the department. We'll figure out a way to get you one. But I want to make sure everybody has some type of early warning systems to notify you that there's something wrong and that you need to pay attention. If there is, unfortunately, another fire in that neighborhood, check your area as fast and as quickly as you can. Because what we've noticed is sometimes there are other things going on that we're not aware of yet. So truly, you need to be the eyes and ears to help us help you. I mean, I guess that's the best message we can give so far.
Thank you very much.
Councilman Marcucci.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Chief, have you determined how the fires are being set?
It's an investigation.
Yes, we're very aware of methods, and it's all part and parcel, and respectfully, there's
No, I
just some
understand that.
pieces right. No,
Yep.
we're being, every little piece is being looked at. Absolutely,
thank you.
Council.
Any other questions? Councilman Moriarty.
Just kind of building off of what Chief DeFranzo noted, aside from just making sure that going out and getting a smoke detector if you don't have one, just make sure you've even got the batteries in there. I know a lot of people tend to take the battery out or because it gets annoying or because they haven't checked it in a while. So just check those. Don't just take it for granted that it's there, and that might happen. But additionally, is there anything that the town, Big T town, us can do that will help in any way, whether it's resources, additional lighting, street lighting, cameras, any of those sort of things that would actually be useful in any way?
We have reached out to people with some of those resources, and if there's anything we can think of, we will come and ask. And I do appreciate that, because that's really what's going to help this. And speaking to the folks who do this statewide, it's really, in almost every instance, it's the community coming together, putting these little pieces together that really keeps you safe. This is the ultimate in community policing, really. We need all of those pieces, but yes, thank you.
I'll say, Councilor. Councilor Carrasco.
Yeah, through you, Mr. Chair, first of all, I want to say thank you to both departments for the job well done under pressure and under these conditions. This would be a reference to Chief DeFonso. Do you think this would be ideal time for our families to kind of, those with children, to establish safety plans, evacuation procedures, just to kind of have this in place, just like a reminder? I know we talk about it during Fire Prevention Week, but I think as this is a hot topic, I think just a message to get out there.
Yeah, truly, you're right. We do mention it during Fire Prevention Week, and we usually have a consistent message of, once you get out of your home, and this might not even be your home, let's use the town hall. You need a meeting place where accountability can be taken so we can ensure we have everybody, or that everybody's out of the building. So once we know that everybody's out of the building, we can now focus on the fire problem. Obviously, in our scale of emergencies, life safety is number one, and then property conservation is number two. So, we want to make sure we do have everybody else. So yeah, please have a meeting place, make sure everybody's accounted for, and as soon as the first arriving, fire truck arrives, tell that crew that arrives, everybody's accounted for. So now that's one less thing they have to worry about, and we can move on to the fire problem. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Councilor Manna.
Is it working? Okay, through you. I know this has been restricted to one area, so is that all you're concentrating on? I don't think you can really talk about that, but I guess my biggest fear is it spreading? So are you recommending to everyone in the community to be vigilant and do the inspections in their yard and whatnot?
I think at this point, everybody should. Again, you're right. So far, everything's been focused to one area of the community. That doesn't mean that it may not happen in another area of the community. So everybody should be vigilant. Everybody should be helping their neighbor out. Be the eyes and ears for everybody in your neighborhood. If you have the time, maybe you can figure out a way to share the time of taking the time to be the eyes and ears for the community in your neighborhood. So everybody should be vigilant. Everybody needs to, pass on information. If you hear something, even if it's a crazy, wild, statement, pass it on. Because nothing is too crazy at this point at all, so.
Thank you.
Anyone else? I thank you guys again. Please thank your staff on our behalf.